Made it through another night. That could be my new theme song. So today I'm out on this old logging road. I was looking for a road gravel pit that's not being used anymore to pick up some more gravel from my culvert because the rain has made it soft and muddy and it needs to be leveled up. So I did find some and some rock, and I'm going to take that back to the lot. I had to drive quite a ways for it, but it'll be worth it in the end, and we got a little scenic tour of the area. Well, I wasn't ready for that. 3 coyotes frolicking up the road. Beaver Dam had just opened up and they were enjoying the sun. Wish I had captured it on film for you. Maybe next time. When you're living this kind of life, you have to live sustainably as possible, and that means less waste, avoiding canned foods and foods that are processed with lots of packaging. I'm in the process of building a little winter gazebo here. It's just temporary, but something that will offer better roofing than a tarp. Back to the beginnings of my maritime outhouse. I had the skid steer bring in the lumber for this early in the project. So far all I got left to do is put on the door. It's a different design than what I would usually make, but I like it. Lots of room. And it's even going to have a wooden seat to match. I thought a good idea would be to buy some cheap solar lights and put them up high in the trees for when the snow falls, and use them as a guide to the trail. Gonna make myself a breakfast McMuffin. Start with toasting the bun and then add some ham and cheese. Soon be ready. Yummy. Great way to start the day. Natured, inspired, good morning. Bought these gloves months ago, knowing I'd put them into good use. Enjoy that clean, lovely color, because it's not going to last long. Another long, working, hard day. More tarps, more driveway work, more bush cutting, on and on and on, trying to get ready for the winter. So this is out at the end of the road that enters onto the woodlot, and yesterday I spent all day, as you can see, on this ground trying to get the twigs out and level it up for gravel. I'll be leaving all the dead logs along the edge of the spruce line. Pretty good. The only issues I have is with the culvert. I believe it was too big for the hole. The only thing is, on the plus side, it's the right level for the land, but from the road it isn't. So you can see it's the side on one and the side of the other. So it's looking pretty good. Now, there's a woodpecker over there. One section of the lot is a lot of poplar, and then it goes to the greens. And this is probably going to scare them. Look how beautiful it is in here with the underbrush. I'm just going to stop and listen. When I stopped and listened, so did he. All of the dead standing trees will be used for firewood. And the longer they're standing, the drier they'll stay. Now the pine, it died from natural causes. The beetle bored through the bark and killed them, and they died, and sap came out of them. Eventually they will fall on their own if they're not harvested. But these poplar did not die on their own. I don't know if you can see here, there is a line around the base of the tree. And over there, there's another one. All of these trees were cut around the base to kill them. Girded, I believe, is the term. Not sure of the pronunciation. And once they die. Now, I never knew that. Like, I know if you cut off hardwood like maple or birch, you'll notice how it'll grow again from the stump. And I'm sure these are no different, but for some reason, if you damage the bark, and if you were to do it on birch, etc., it will kill them. So it's very important to be careful what you're doing in the forest. This, I assume, was done so these spruce could survive and not get choked out by the hardwood. And you'll notice as I walk through, the dead that is on the ground is obviously from most of those falling and dying. So these lovely young spruce could grow. Oh, cool. It's a little chipmunk. Here he goes. A lot of the poplar have bracket fungus on them. Good year for fungi because we had so much moisture this year. Right beside it, in the moss, grows a new spruce tree. I won't live to see that grow 30 or 40 years from now, but you never know. Green and red type of leaves, they look like they're kind of a lily or some type of flower that we'll have to look for in the spring. I'm not quite sure what they are. Of all the woodlot, my dog chooses to wait for someone to pass by. Not a good plan. Hey, you're going to be waiting there a long time. Come on, baby boo. Let's go play. I have hung my chimes on my trees. Cool breeze of autumn is here with the gray clouds and the intermittent rain. The frost hasn't hit my summer savory yet. Sitting here by the fire. As you can tell, the rain has started. We're supposed to get rain for a few days. Just finished cutting some more trail. Got another mouse. and debating what we're going to do next for the day. Lots of different types of fungi here in the pit where I'm getting gravel. Looks like a deer ran through here as well. And up over the bank. So quiet here, you can hear the wings of the crow scouting out for dead to kill. What do I have here? An artifact for the collection again. This is a tank shell, I do believe. I'd have to look it up. It's empty. Empty inside. There you have it. Likely used for some type of anchor or something here. But what I'm going to do with it is polish it up and weld a little piece on it and maybe use it for a towel holder in my little maritime outhouse. Interesting. I don't know what war, what time. Likely the 2nd. We'll have to look that up. I know that there have been some places for military testing and shooting, but they're a ways away from this area, so somebody came up with this and left it here. An old plant there where they were marking the boundary line. Sometimes they just didn't use bolts. They called them bolts and chains, but for lengthwise, but it seems to me that they've dumped some metal along there on the boundary. The new territory comes lots of voles and mice. Food source to a lot of birds and animals. Took the water out. And lo and behold, now these little guys are, so I'm wondering how far I can take it away before it would come back. Don't know. It's kind of cute with his black eyes, but they're so mischievous. So I'm going to have to figure out how far away I'll have to take him. My little Thunderdome. Time to get some gear together here. Make a nice little supper. Smoke my chop with a little mesquite, a little barbecue sauce. Crisp up some of that bacon and have some beans with it and some garden corn and also some pickles that I made, baby carrots and cucumbers. Baby carrots getting on a nice crisp glaze with that mesquite and barbecue sauce. Yummy. Look at that, folks. Energy foods to be eating, but in the cold weather and when you're doing a lot of physical activity, they burn off pretty fast. So as my dear friend D.W. would say, priorities straight. Grub, move to the side. Heard sound of a bird I've never heard before. So here I am on the scout. Maybe it'll make those sounds again. Well, it's going to remain a mystery. It almost sounded like a cat. I don't know if that's a cat bird. A little bit too wind of a sound for stellar day. Hear the chickadees. Birds are making a sound. Back to meal time. There you have it, folks. Another nature-inspired meal for champions of the forest. These baby carrots. Good. Listen to that crunch. Better than a potato chip. And I love potato chips. How good has this moving experience been for me? So far, I've lost 15 unhealthy pounds. It's going to be delicious. And if you think my cholesterol is unhealthy, I have just received back all my test results and the radiologist results, and they're all positive. The abnormalities have disappeared. My cholesterol is 4.7 currently. So things have changed for the better. The dust and mold has been removed from my environment, and now healthier days ahead. Made it through another night. That could be my new theme song. When a leaf falls, it's really loud. You think that something's walking in the bush. So today we're going to continue clipping out the road, piling brush, and loading the wood in locations where I can cut it and split it. The thing about poplar I always found, or aspen, is you should cut and split it when it's wet. I find when it gets dry, it gets what we call bony or harder, and it just doesn't want to split. The knots kind of make it. I mean, if you have a wood splitter, fine, but a lot of this stuff I do by hand for exercise. So onward we go with our day. A good nature-inspired morning. You can stay still a long time. It knows I see it. Wants to be safe. Hey, cutie. When the conditions are unfavorable, I can roll it on its side and protect it from the elements. So it serves a dual purpose in that way. The metal acts as a heat shield, and it radiates more heat than just a low-lying bed of coals. You can see down in the fire that the coals remain hot and red, providing a good heat. It's another long day today working, and I've got a lot accomplished. The road is looking good. I made it all the way into this base camp, and next I'll be going on beyond it. I got to get a door on the outhouse, and also got to think about a way to preserve some meat. There'll be smoking involved, along with freezing and using it up with regular meals. Got a nice little place here to camp under, have a good sleep. Let's watch as the sun goes down behind the trees. My first solar lights come on. My dog is not quite sure what to think of it. One thing I'm sure I'm pleased with, it might be October and fall season's well set in, but this land is very fertile because I'm finding worms. In the other district, very hard to find. Here, a little plentiful. Once I make a compost pile, it'll be really great. Pretty pleasing for this time of year. And the frost is already hitting the ground. Good fishing. Logs over on the shore. Sure there's a bear up on one of those or not. We're out for some fishing and looking to see if we see any wildlife. See if there's any moose around or it's fun. And this is a lake, not the ocean. Pretty fall colors for what trees there are here. We don't have a red meat. The lake's not very deep so far, 11 to 13 feet. Cold October day, but it's nice to be out here. Very crazy, hits the water. A dump duck landed to tell me I'm getting dumpy at fishing today. We got a fish coming in. It's another rainbow. Let's see if this is a catch and release or a lucky strike. Oh, nice. What is it? You have to let them go, don't you? It's going to be a fighter, though. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to let him go. Beautiful. That's fun fishing, man. Yay. That's the kind you like, the ones that come off themselves. Really cool how that cloud is turned in on itself. It makes it look like the black hole or infamous UFO sighting. It's getting late, getting dark earlier, around 7:30 or so, but it's been a beautiful late fall view of this lake. I'm gonna try a couple more casts, get this baby on the trailer, and head back to camp. It's gonna be a frosty night tonight.